Well, I thought it was a kind of a tale of three periods. I thought first period we just they did a pretty good job of checking us. I think they held us under 10 shots, whatever it was. And then the second period we took some penalties, and their power play is a shooting power play, looking for rebounds, looking for sticks. They do a good job with that. It's kind of their whole game, 5-on-5. They've got a little bit of skill there. They got actually a lot of skill, but they play that playoff style brand of hockey. Pucks in net, pucks off sticks, work for battles. They're a big, heavy team. And then I thought the third period we started to gain some traction in our game, and we did a good job on the penalty kill, and then we had a power play in the third period. I thought we looked a little bit tentative on our entries and our set, and then we're just kind of managing the game as the game went along. And then Johnny made a tough play there. He tried to skate through a trap and turn it over and end up on net. So give our guys credit for getting a goal back and getting a huge point. Obviously, every point you move forward is huge. And then overtime's overtime. They had a couple chances, we had a couple chances, and then was there a penalty on McKenzie there? It's a tough call. They could have called it, didn't call it. So at the end of the day, that's what happens in overtime. A guy falls, they get a 3-on-2, and they got a good look on it. So it's a big point for our guys, and those are good teams for us to play. We play a heavy team like Ontario or San Diego. It really helps with the development of our young players like a Dickinson or a Yulee or a young defenseman with Lindell or Honka. So again, two good teams going at it again tomorrow night.
You got Ontario and San Diego. You just compare them as both heavy teams. What's the difference between those two that gives you success against San Diego but gives you trouble with Ontario?
Well, Ontario is much more defensive than San Diego. San Diego kind of plays a little bit more, I wouldn't say wide open. We've probably had a little more success skating against them. These guys seem to play probably tighter, structured. They got a lot of that LA identity. I think the whole organization is kind of built on size and built on heaviness now. And, they're tough to play. Like trying to get a grade A scoring chance is really tough. I thought we did a better job in the third period. We moved our feet. We got our D involved, and you've got to create by movement. And our transition was okay. It got better in the third period, and our offensive zone play was better in the third period. We got some better looks, but at the end of the day, it's just when you take 4 or 5 penalties in the second period, you tax your defensemen, you tax your penalty killers, and give our guys credit for finding some energy in the third period.
With talk a little bit about Max's play today. I mean, obviously he's makes some huge saves there. I look at the right bad save in the third period, and second period makes that glove save. Do you guys feel the guys kind of just built off trying to get a point for him too?
It's you felt bad for him giving up that second goal to put us down 2-1, but he's been outstanding. Like he's just battling, and he's got a real good knack for finding pucks through traffic. And I thought the puck really stuck to him tonight, like on some rebounds. There was the odd one that got away from him, but the puck he did a good job of keeping the puck, keeping the rebound tight, and he battles. So it's good for him to kind of. It's a tough game. I don't know if the shot clock was right at the 45 plus shots, but anything over 25 is too many for me. So, but they're a team that generates shots. They look for sticks. They go hard to the net. They funnel pucks. They're not looking for the seam passes like sometimes we are. And that's one area we have to get better tomorrow night is get more pucks to their net and get to that paint a little harder.
With a back-to-back like this one, obviously, how do you kind of manage when a goalie plays really well and get in a workload when a back-to-back like this? How do you kind of manage things like that?
Well, we'll see where he is tomorrow, and then we'll make a decision on who's going to play tomorrow night and just see where his energy level is. But he's been pretty resilient that way. He's a young kid. He's got young legs, so he should be able to play again.
With this Ontario team, do you expect them to change anything? I mean, they're a team that they're down to, I think, 18 bodies. Do you kind of attack them a little bit more tomorrow in the back end of the back-to-back?
Well, I think they're the same as us. They got a couple injuries up front, and I think they got another defenseman coming down today with a trade. So they're like us. They got a couple guys up for the ECHL, and they've got probably a little bit more of a core up front than we do. But this is a good opportunity for guys like Brendan Truk and Corey Kane to get some quality ice time, and it's a chance for themselves to establish a place in the lineup, and it's opportunity. And if you take advantage of it, good on you. If you don't take advantage of it, when our guys get back healthy, they're going to be sitting in the stands. So it's the same thing for Ontario. Some of their young kids are trying to get in the lineup there and take advantage of those spots. And some guys are called up from Manchester right now, but they have a pretty good core there, and we rely on our core here also. But unfortunately, we're a little bit thinner than they are.
Down the middle, what did you see out of Uli and Smith?
It's tough, I'm asking Yules to play position. He hasn't played since junior. Face-offs, he's struggling there. So right now we only have 2 legit centermen. That's Smitty and Dickey. And then, so if you roll them out for a D-zone face-off and then they get tired and you put the second guy out, now you got to come back with your third centerman, which is a left winger, right winger by trade. So we're asking a lot of these guys right now, and knock on wood, we're getting through. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of help here in the next couple of weeks, finishing out the season.